My name is John McLoughlin, I'm Branch Secretary of Unison in Hamlets Council. Before I do that though, can I just direct a comment through Matt to London firefighters, because Matt was very modest, but I don't know if people are really aware that the firefighters in London are about to ballot for strike action. And the reason about to ballot is that they want to change shift patterns from being 15 hours at night to 9 hours a day to 12 and 12. And I want to take these comments, not really as a trade unionist, but a parent and a tenant. Because I was asking the fire, why do they want to change your hours? Because you still work 24 hours, you can still do the same work. And there's two reasons. One is to show who's boss, but the second is it makes it easier to shut fire stations at night. The reason I say I speak as a parent, 4 times, I live in a block of flats, like a lot of people here do, 4 times I've faced where you come out in the middle of the night and your fire alarm goes off, and thank God that in a couple of minutes the firefighters are there. Because if you don't have fire stations open at night, people die in fires. And who dies? Not David Cameron, not Clegg, working class people in districts like this. And this is what these cuts are about. We are the ones who die, we're the ones who pay the price. So I'd like to start with the meeting is, we I think need to commit, if firefighters are forced to strike, that just as in 2002, we are going to do everything to make sure the firefighters win, take them to our workplaces, take them around the estates, raise their collections, because they are fighting for all of our lives and all of our safety. So I think we should do that as a meeting. That we, in a sense, are on it together, because when they're attacked, we're all attacked, and that goes for all the public services we're in. And I'm in a council where we don't quite yet know what the cuts will be, partly because we have a mayoral election on the 21st of October, partly because in this borough, people voted Labour in bigger numbers because they expect a council that will stand up against Cameron and Clegg for them. So it's unfortunate they can't be here. But another message I'd like to send for this meeting, whoever is elected mayor of this borough, we expect them to stand with our community and defend us against the cuts, because this is certain. If you have a government for the rich, you know from the start, communities like ours in Tower Hamlets, I believe some of the ones who suffer worse. And therefore in our branch we discussed it. We could have said, and Alex will be, before this meeting we said, well, we're not quite sure what the cuts were. Should we have a meeting? We said, no, we can't sit back and wait. We have to organise now. And I'm fantastically glad to see so many people here tonight who clearly share the same bent. And I think it's right to think about the 26th of March, but I think we need to think about the steps on the way to that date. Because on the 20th of October, a couple of weeks' time, George Osborne will stand up in the House of Commons and he's going to announce what level of public sector cuts there'll be for the next 4 years. I think on that day, they should be met with resistance. I think we need people going there. But before that, on the 3rd of October, he's going to have his first conference as leader of the Tory party in government. Now, I think we've got a good tradition in Tower Hamlets. When I was first in the council, we used to have beanos. But I think from East London, let's not sit back and wait for them to cut us. Why don't we go to Cameron and tell him we're not going to put up with your cuts? Why don't we get ourselves up to Birmingham and let them see for themselves? So I think that's the kind of fighting spirit we need. Because I'm not about, Tony mentioned our history. We have one of the proudest history. I love Scousers, but Liverpool women can be tough. I'll tell you what, women in the East End aren't no pushover either. And let's show we are the borough of Lansbury. We're a borough that's always fought. Let's make sure we don't let ourselves be cut to pieces by Cameron and Clegg.